Hello everybody, and today we're going to learn how to install a doorbell. But before I begin, I want to go back to my previous project and explain the finished details of patching a hole in a dry wall. So this is basically the putty, basically over the hole. Then that's it, sand it down. Add a little more. Sand it down a little more. And I painted over it. I want y'all to know it didn't turn out exactly like this. I did even it out and made it look pretty. So before we begin, I recommend turn off electricity in a certain area. Since this video is for beginners, I normally would turn this off right here. But for y'all, we're gonna do everything. So the first thing I'm gonna do is remove this little cap right here. Just comes right off. Now I do recommend you writing things down if y'all don't know what's going on. And you can see like a loose wire right here. I'm going to connect that to the front instead of the rear. So the first thing I'm going to do is a screw right here, and there's a screw on top of that. I'm going to remove that and then remove this piece right here. Okay, so we got this removed. Now I'm just going to unscrew these little screws, if you can see that, and remove the wires. So now I have that piece off, and I'm going to show you the new one now. So this is the new one I'm going to be installing. So the first thing I'll be doing is slightly unscrewing these screws. Well, actually just this one and this one. And that's where we're going to connect the wires. So before I go any further, as you can see, they're slightly loose than this one right here. And if you can see this, where my finger's covering, there's a small little hole right to the left of my finger right there. We're going to slide the cables through that and put them in here and here. Okay, so I got this right here. And then you see the wires while they're coming out right here. There's two side holes right here and one here, one on either side. Well, that kind of fell off on me. We're going to screw those in real quick. Okay, so we got these screws in place. Now we're going to connect these wires to this in here and to this in here. Okay, so we got these wires attached, as you can tell, and we got it all screwed in. Now we can put the cover on. So when we put this cover on, we want to make sure we hear a click. And we're all finished here. So now I'm going to basically take this piece out right here, kind of give it a side angle. I can move this. Just get that, I'm going to get that screw out, pull that off. This is actually part of the old doorbell. I'm going to remove that. If you can see this. You have two screws, and you got these wires. I'm going to take these screws out and leave the wires. Okay, so here's my new doorbell. I have a long screw and a short screw, and I'll explain that here in a little bit. And I have this piece of wood. The reason for the long screw and the piece of wood, so I got this removed. When I set this here, you can tell the wood ends about here and there's a little gap. That's what the wood's gonna be. It's gonna be a little support for me. And basically I'm gonna cover that hole. Before I go any further, you can see there's some screws here. And just like the box over there, we're gonna slightly unscrew those. And we're gonna connect these wires to the screws. Okay, so we got the wires. I can't really show y'all right here, but I actually got the wires attached. And what I'm gonna do, you look in the front over here, I'm basically gonna put the wires in the hole, and I'm gonna put the top screw in first. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see this because my shadow, but basically we'll get that top screw in right here. This piece of wood, as I said, it's basically gonna go up here. It's gonna be a support for this lower part. And I'm almost done. Okay, so we have all the screws in, and now we're gonna turn our power on. Not sure y'all can see this, but basically everything is off. I did this for newbies. We're gonna turn everything back on. And I'm gonna shut this. Okay, so the reason it wasn't shutting, apparently you have to wiggle it, you know, side to side before you go shutting this thing. Just for the people that don't really know, and honestly, I really don't know what's going on either. But we got the thing shut. Now all we're gonna do is test the doorbell. Okay, so now that the power is all on, and we got everything attached and all that, we're gonna give it a test. If you watch my videos, we actually test everything. So here we go. Not sure if you can hear that. And I will get closer to it, actually, let y'all hear that, if y'all cannot hear that now. So this is what you can't see, but I'm gonna test the doorbell. I'll have it close to y'all. It's all black, but you're gonna hear the doorbell. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all have a blessed day.